Okay, on to the next Zipperline reaction, man. Another Alter Bridge. I told you there's quite a few coming. So this is we're nearing the end with the Alter Bridge. But look, I've enjoyed it. Right, the last two tracks, they were okay. They weren't terrible. I don't think anything Alter Bridge makes is terrible, but the last two tracks weren't really for me. The three tracks before those two were absolutely epic. Let's see this one over here. This one's called Coming Home. Again, it's another Skipperline request from Sammy, which I really appreciate. Thank you. And the message over here is, this is an older, lesser known Alter Bridge song, but it's just so good. Okay, fantastic. Let's get straight into it and let's see what we got. Let's go. Hi-hats. I like that over there. Every shooting star, they'll all fade so hard. They all fade like a played out song. I love that line because it's kind of like saying, specifically talking about people that actually rise very quickly, like a shooting star is just like, you know, it's very unique and like it's very rare, essentially, to see a shooting star. So when you actually see someone succeed, success is a rare thing, right? It takes a lot of hard work to actually succeed. So it's one of the sayings that I like to use, where it's like the tallest trees fall the hardest, right? So you will grow to the absolute top, but if that tree falls, you fall hard. Like you really do fall hard, right? So it's like the higher you go, the more humble you need to be, right? To ensure that you don't unsteady yourself, because that fall will be like tremendously painful. So yeah, I like that, and that, I mean, he's just used that as a shooting star in a playing song. I think it's a great analogy for that.
The time before all is lost, I'm coming. So I'm coming home, lost on a road I don't belong. I'll rest my soul, I'm so alone. Far from the streets I call my own. I'm coming home. Rushing back to me as the city sleeps, so afraid of what I will find. Memories they hold from deep inside.
I like this because it's very sort of introspective. It's kind of like saying, it's like I'm looking at myself and I'm looking at this awareness, and it's terrifying me, right? And that it is a terrifying thing. It's actually, these lights are just dying. It is a terrifying thing, looking at yourself and realizing that shit, like, you know, all of my misgivings and everything that has gone on in my life is all thanks to me, and I've failed, and I've collapsed this entire empire, right, with my actions. So it's also a nice way to sort of just get back to your roots, like coming home, like getting back to your roots, and then just starting again, you know, getting back to your launch pad that kept you at grassroots level, and then launching again, but with a different perspective and a little bit more down to earth. I like that.
Every broken man comes to understand that he'll never find paradise. And all that he was there all the time. I'm coming.
Love that. I'm loving this part.
So I'm coming home, lost on a road I don't belong.
Love this. like that. Coming back to my roots, I'm loving this song, right? This song for me, it's like the first 3 that we did, right? A lot more palatable for me on the instrumentation. Loving the lyrics over here, and feels a lot more melodic to me, which is kind of more down my alley, right? Love this track.
I'm coming home. I'm on my way back. I'm letting go. I'm coming home.
Love that. We come to find that what keeps us, what we take for granted, keeps us alive in the end. Yeah, it's always that chase at the end of the day, which is great. I like that line. It's actually very, very cool. We come to find what we take for granted keeps us alive in the end. Because it always plays into that hunger, right? Always consistently plays into that hunger of achieving, that hunger of attaining, and then you don't take any of that for granted. But basically what he's saying over there is the pain of losing that is what keeps you alive. It keeps you fighting on, essentially. So it's the hard times that gives value to the good times, is what he's basically saying.
So don't let time leave you empty.
Oh, I love that. Don't be so proud. I like that.
So I'm coming home, back to the place where I belong.
I like this.
Rest my soul, I'm so alone. Up on the streets, I call my own. I'm coming, so I'm coming home, back to
I love this hook. I think this hook is so sick. So sick.
I left long ago, and now I know I'm coming home. I'll find my way back. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
Fire. Fire, fire, fire. Love that track. Love that track. That I would play again and again and again. I thought that. I think you'd probably getting a notion of the kind of tracks I like of Alter Bridge. That for me is 100% down my alley. I'm actually going to put that on my playlist. I thought that was epic. Love this track. This track was one of my favorites. So you guys let me know what you think down below. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.